Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday, February 2nd. It is time to review comic books coming out next Wednesday, February 9th. So let's take a look at the books coming out. I am going to use Midtown Comics as usual for the website. They do a nice job of kind of highlighting the books that are coming out. So let me share my screen here. Decided to do this as a live stream versus recording. Sometimes it's just easier. All right. There we go. So let's take a look at the books coming out next Wednesday, February 9th. We'll click on the weekly releases. Here we go. Let me blow up my screen here so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, that's too much. All right. Right there should be good. Starting off with Dark Horse Comics. Apache Delivery Service number 2. I know the first issue did sell out. A and B cover sold out at Midtown a couple weeks ago when that came out. I haven't read this yet. It does look interesting. Matt Kent is the writer. He's a good writer. He's done some interesting books in the past. Grass Kings. I mean, he's kind of known um, for different comic books. He's a decent writer. He's above average. Let's put it that way. Tyler Jenkins is the artist. He's a decent artist. You got the Tyler Jenkins cover for the A cover, and you've got a Leonardo Romero cover for the B cover. Looks interesting. That might be worth picking up. I think that was it from Dark Horse. That looked interesting to me. Last Flight Out, number 4. I picked up the first couple issues of Last Flight Out. I know the first issue did fairly well. I think it sold out. There was a little bit of buzz on it for a week or two. Really hasn't been much on it since. I've not had a chance to read it yet. I'm a little bit behind on my reading. Obviously, it's up to issue 4 now, so I can't really recommend it either way, but I know the first issue had a little bit of interest for a little bit there. All right, that's it for Dark Horse. I know most of you are going to watch this in the replay. Moving on to DC Comics. Batgirls number 3. I don't know if this is a good series or not. I don't know. I do like Jorge Corona's art. That's the A cover there. That looks pretty good. I definitely like Corona's artwork. I know Corona from Middle West. He did a really great job on the art on that book. Yeah, I think he's a good artist, but I don't know about the writing of that book. I haven't read it yet, but I do like the artist on that title. All right, moving through DC here. Let's take a look if there's anything that's interesting. Eh. Batman Detective Comics 1052. Nice B cover by Bermejo. I love Bermejo's art. I'm always a fan of his artwork. So, yeah, that's a good cover. I believe I pre-ordered that already. There's also an incentive cover by Fornes. It looks like it might be like a 1 in 15 cover. I don't know. Maybe it's a 1 in 25. I have no idea. It's not priced at a 1 in 25, that's for sure. What else we have here? Looks interesting. I Am Batman number 6. Beautiful cover by Matina, of course. Matina is well known for awesome cover artwork. That one looks pretty good. The A cover by Copia looks pretty good too. I guess there is an incentive cover on this book. Priced at $18. I don't know if that might be a 1 in 25. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That one looks pretty cool though. It's Carrie Randolph and Emilio Lopez cardstock cover. Joker number 12. Yeah, I definitely pre-ordered this Zafino cover. You guys that have been following me for a while, you pretty much know that I'm a big fan of Zafino. I love that cover. I mean, that's just a crazy looking cover. I love that cover. Total cover buy for me. I mean, it is James Tinian. I don't know if this might be the last issue of the Joker. I'm not too sure when this series ends. I don't think it's an ongoing. I don't think it is, but yeah, maybe it is. It makes sense for it to end on issue 12. So I'm just not too sure if this is the last issue in that run, but it possibly could be. There's also a nice John Boy Myers cover. I mean, that's pretty good. Punchline. Kind of like that cover as well. There is an incentive cover by James Stokey with the old playing card variant. Only $18. I believe that is a 125. All right. Another book that could be hot this week is Monkey Prince #1. This is the D cover. So the week before, which was this past Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday, the regular Monkey Prince #1 book premiered. There was a couple of different covers there. I think one of the covers was done by Art Germ. This is the gold foil red envelope cover. It is selling on eBay for, I've seen it in the price range of $35 to $45. A couple people asking $60. $30. It is I think it's a 1 in 10. So Midtown has it priced higher than ratio for sure. 3 times that actually. I grabbed this pre-ordered for like $8, so I'm pretty happy with that price. It is a cool looking cover. I definitely can't wait to see it in person. Um, but it could be a hot book next week. I don't know. We'll see. If it sells out on Midtown by tomorrow, that will give you a very good clue that this could be definitely a hot book um, next Wednesday. So we'll have to see about that. I'm not too sure. All right, what else we have here from DC? Suicide Squad Blaze. I have no idea what that is. I've not been picking up a whole lot of DC lately. Just a few titles. The Titans #6B cover by Kale No is very good. Superboy on the cover. Yeah, that's a cool cover. I dig Kale No's artwork. That's definitely a cover buy. I don't know if that series is worth reading or not, but I definitely dig the cover. That's it for DC. Rest are hardcovers. Moving on to Dynamite Entertainment. Army of Darkness 1979 #5. Yeah, the Matina Virgin cover. That looks pretty cool. Midtown's asking $45. I like that cover though. It's a pretty cool cover. Matina's awesome. Very dark, very dramatic. Draculina #1. There's the Rose Besh cover. I know there are a lot of Rose Besh fans out there. Blank cover. What else we got here? Yeah, there's probably 10 covers for this book. That's keeping in line with Dynamite Entertainment. I mean, they issue a bunch of covers for, especially for a #1. There's the Turtles Homage cover. Kind of like this cover. Michael Santamaria. Oh, that's a cool name. The Michael Santamaria cover. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I dig that cover. Just a bunch of covers. There's a Virgin cover, same price for that one. There's the black and white Turtles Homage. You got a little bit of a risque cover there, a little stripper action. What else do we got here? Evil Ernie #3. Arthur Sudam cover. Got Philip Tan cover, black and white. The black and white cover looks pretty cool by Philip Tan. I kind of like that one. That one looks pretty good. There's a black and white cover by Arthur Sudam of the A cover. There's a virgin cover of the art of the Philip Tan cover. That one looks pretty cool as well. Yeah, a bunch of covers. Pick the one that you like if you're interested in this title. I think I ended up grabbing one of the Evil Ernie number ones. I think there was a metal cover I pre-ordered. I vaguely remember that. I don't know. We'll have to see. I should get that book sometime this month. I got a big order coming from a couple different shops. Let's see. Hell Sonia number 2. Looks like there's a limited virgin cover by Perio. That one looks pretty nice for $45. That's still available. Invincible Red Sonia number 7. Yeah, you get just a bunch of limited covers through Dynamite next week with Midtown. Jennifer Blood number 5. Bunch of covers. Oh, there's one that sold out. The Incentive Virgin cover by Lyrics Lee is sold out. Possibly that could be a hot book next week. All right, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 3. There's a couple limited edition ones. The Rose Besh one is sold out. Not surprised. Rose Besh is very popular. That is a cool looking cover by her. I dig the design of that cover. I did pre-order that a couple months ago. Don't have it in hand yet, but that should be a good one. Issue 3. The Arthur Sudam cover looks pretty cool too with the panther. I love that cover. That's pretty nice. That one is very nice. Dracula, Vampirilla Dracula Unholy number 1. Some limited covers there as well. Archer and Perio, Shannon Mayer. Vampirilla Valentine's Day Special number 1. This is a one-shot. A cover by Sozo. You've got a Lyrics Lee B cover. Just a bunch of covers. You got virgin variants of those same covers. Just a bunch of covers. Looks like the black and white incentive cover by Sozo is sold out on Midtown. That could be a good one to look for, especially if you can get it cheaper at your LCS. IDW, let's take a look at the books coming out next week from IDW. Is there anything good? Rick and Morty, Dungeons and Dragon, Meeseek's Adventure number 1. That Meeseek's episode's pretty damn funny. It's one of the earlier episodes of season 1 of Rick and Morty. It's pretty funny. The Meeseek's episode. I highly recommend watching that. If you haven't watched Rick and Morty before, you'll love that episode. That's it from IDW. Image, King of Spies number 3. I did grab the first issue. I liked it. I think it was pretty good. I can't remember if I ordered number 2 or not. I'll have to take a look. I figured at least the first issue. Mark Miller, I don't know. It's hit and miss. He's a good writer. I definitely think in the past, he's been better. Lately, it's like he'll have one that does well, one that does a couple that in a row that don't do well. It's sort of hit and miss. So I would pick up the first issue, see if you like it before committing to other issues. That one, I don't know. It's decent. We'll have to see. What else we got here from Image? Prophet Facsimile Edition. Reprinting that one. You got the Liefeld cover, Capullo cover, another Liefeld cover, Frank Miller cover. I kind of like the Sam Keith cover though. Damn, look at those triceps. That is just it's a cool ass cover. I kind of like that cover. I think of all of them, I like the Sam Keith one the best. I don't know. You got a blank cover. That's it for Prophet number 1 Facsimile. Radiant Black number 12, bunch of covers. That series still seems to be doing fairly well. Redneck number 32. I don't know how long Donnie Cates is going to write this bad boy. I don't know anybody that buys it anymore, but whatever. Scorch number 2. Beautiful cover by Berens. Yeah, it's an awesome cover. Been picking up all the A covers on that. There's also a McFarlane cover. I don't know why McFarlane can't show you the image. He must be a little busy. Can't release the image on that. That does it for Image. Marvel. I don't know what's coming out from Marvel. We got Avengers number 53. Looks like the Swaby Black History Month cover for $12. That's still available. The Black Panther number 3 Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpiece cover. Midtown had some of these available for $20. They probably had an extra order come in from their distributor, whoever that is. I don't know, Lunar Publications. I saw it available for a couple minutes. It did sell out fairly quick. It's not my favorite cover. I like the other covers way better. If this was the B cover by Frank Quietly, was it Frank Quietly did it? Who did the B cover? I think it was Frank Quietly. Or it was Frank somebody. I can't remember. But if it was the B cover, Gary Frank. It was Gary Frank. Sorry. If this was the Gary Frank cover for $20, I would have grabbed one. I don't care for the Joe Jusko, the masterpiece cover. I mean, I know it's kind of a classic cover. I just don't like it that much. I didn't grab it for $20. I probably should have. I think it's going on eBay now for like $50 to $60. So that would have been a pretty easy flip, I guess, I suppose. Devil Reigns number 4. I think this is a good series to pick up. I definitely recommend at least picking up the A covers by Chichetto. It's a good cover. It's definitely a good writing by Chip Zdarsky. So I think that's worth picking up. I kind of like the Swaby cover though. That one's pretty cool. Luke Cage. I don't know. I like a yellow cover. I dig a yellow cover. Um, yeah, I like that cover. That one's cool. Just for no discount at cover price. You've got a Linnell Francis Yu incentive cover still available. That's a 1 in 25 for $22.50. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, the facsimile. I don't know that I'll ever. I can tell you right now, I don't think I'm ever going to buy the original. I don't really care for the Gwen Stacy character that much. This is one of those deals where you either care or don't care. I don't really care. So I'll pick up the facsimile edition just to have the reprint of it. I mean, the reprints several years from now they still go for usually more money, decent money. It's the affordable way to own a reprint of the original. So I definitely think it's worth picking one of these up. Notice Midtown is limiting it to one per customer, so they won't let you buy a bunch of them. So that's still available. Hawkeye Kate Bishop number 4. That series, I have no idea if that's any good or not. I think I may have picked up the first issue just to give it a go, but I didn't pre-order any of the other issues. What else? What else can we look at? Moon Knight number 8. Corey Smith cover. That's a pretty good cover. The A cover's nice. Definitely reminds me of David Finch. Finch was famous for doing those Moon Knight covers. There's an incentive cover from Greg Land. I think that's a 1 in 25. That's still available through Midtown. New Mutants number 24. I think number 25 will be somewhat of an important issue, maybe. There could be first appearances. So keep that on your radar. New Mutants number 25. It's possible there could be cameos or something going on in issue 24. So when you're at your LCS next week, maybe breeze through the book and see if there's anything going on in that issue that might be worth taking note of. All right, what else from Marvel? Star Wars Darth Vader number 20. The B cover by Strauss is available at Midtown for $10. Initially, this book kind of blew up. It was selling between $15 to $25 for a while because it is the first technically the first cover appearance of Mando and Grogu. That though both of them are on this cover. I know there was a bunch of people saying, "Oh, but it's Star Wars Insider, they were on that first," but that's technically not a comic book; it's a magazine. So if you want the first comic book cover appearance of Mando, the Mandalorian, and Grogu, Baby Yoda, it is this issue. So that's why the prices on eBay blew up initially. Um, Obviously, it must have cooled down because I would assume that this would be sold out already for 10 bucks. The fact that it's still available kind of tells me that the initial hype on that has died down a little bit. Um, yeah, and there's also a C cover with Vader on there that's still available. Star Wars High Republic Trail of Shadows, number 5, B cover by Lopez is sold out. It's a cool looking cover. Interesting. That might be one to uh, take note of next week when that comes out. You may want to grab one of those. That could be a hot book potentially. X Deaths of Wolverine number 2. Bunch of covers. There's a spoiler cover. There's a Momoko cover. Mark Bagley trading cover. There's an anime incentive cover. Um, yeah, I kind of dig the Linnell Francis U cover. That one's pretty cool with all the arrows shot into them. I kind of like that cover. It's very dark. I'm not a big fan of Linnell Francis Yu's artwork that often, but that one is definitely good. So I think that's a 1 in 50 cover. Um, Midtown has it priced at $36. That does it for Marvel. The rest are trade paperbacks. Independence. Let's see what Independents have. I don't know. I don't think there was a whole lot. I can't remember seeing too much on there that was interesting. Blade Runner number 12 has a glass cover. That's interesting. That seems pretty cheap for a glass cover. Or is the artist glass? VV Glass? I don't know. I think that must be the artist, VV Glass. I can't imagine a glass cover selling for $3. I don't think it's a glass cover. I think the artist name is Glass, right? So, yeah, don't get too excited. All right, moving down the list here. Um, there might have been one or two books that caught my interest, not a whole lot. Skipping over on most of this. Uh, yeah, not a whole lot, guys. I don't think there was too much here that I thought was interesting. I love Jenny Frizen. I mean, I've never bought one of these Faithless books. Looks like this is volume 3, number 1. This is the 1 in 25 cover by Frizen. I mean, she's great. I love her art. I mean, that's an awesome cover. Um, I don't know. I don't know anything about that comic book series, but I do like the cover. The cover's nice. From Blood number 1. Looks like that one is sold out. Looks like there's only the one cover. I don't think I've ever heard of the publisher Cosmic Times. Interesting. Probably a very, 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 very low print run. Check out Cosmic Times. That might be worthwhile. I don't know if this ends up being a hot book. Remember to look at the publisher's website. Sometimes they'll sell you that book directly from their website. So you don't need to go to eBay and pay, whatever eBay's charging for that book now. So just be aware of that. Take a look and see if they have that for sale on their website. What else we have here? Good Boy number 3. Nick Bradshaw cover. He's kind of a famous artist. Frankenvillia cover. Those are still both available. Horror Comics Nightmare Gallery #1. That is sold out. Source Antarctic Press, rather. Yeah, they have super low print runs. A lot of times their books sell out just because the print runs are so low. That could be the reason why that sold out. Doesn't mean that's going to be a hot book. Um, Man, there's just so many independent books these days. I can't keep track of them. I don't know what half of them are. Land of the Living Gods #1. The incentive cover is sold out by Andy Clark and Jose Villarrubia. I don't know if that series is good. I know there are some exclusive covers out there with a couple different online stores. Aftershock Comics might be worth taking a look at. I don't know. I'm not too impressed with this cover. I don't know. I don't think that's one I would have grabbed, but whatever. It's sold out at Midtown at the moment, so that could be a hot book. Life Zero #1. This is an Ablaze Media publication. Yeah, I had a feeling that might sell out. The Fritz Uncanny X-Men #133 Homage. I'm not surprised. That is sold out now from Midtown. That could be a hot book. Just homage covers tend to somewhat be hot, at least for a week or two. I don't know. A month from now, it might not matter. So just be aware of that. There's also a Chichetto cover, which that one's really cool. It's a virgin cover for $9. I'm surprised that's not sold out. A lot of covers. I don't know. This could be a good book. I mean, you see a lot of. There is the Virgin parody cover of Life Zero #1. That's still available. So there is a version of that. The black and white Chichetto cover is sold out for $45. I'm assuming that's like a 1 in 50 ratio. That one looks interesting. That's a nice looking cover. That is sold out at Midtown. Magic #11. This book is still going. I don't know anybody that buys it anymore, but I did grab the incentive virgin cover by Campbell. Yeah, that's just an awesome cover. I love that cover. And I got it for like $7. So yeah, I pre-ordered it at a pretty good price. Way higher. I mean, way lower than Midtown has it priced at. I don't know what these Mango Lorian. It's kind of a spoof book, I suppose. A couple of those have sold out. Mega #2 from Red 5 Comics. That is sold out. Never heard of Mega. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of a cool cover. $7.99. That is sold out. Probably very, very low print run, I'm sure. Power Rangers. I don't really pay attention to any of that. Let me move down the list here. We're getting near the end. Rise of Dracula. I don't know. 7 Secrets. I know some people buy that. Space Bastards. I think that's about it. I don't. Yeah, that's it. So that's what looked interesting. This next week, I highlighted some of the books that you may want to take a look at your LCS. Take note of the ones that have sold out through Midtown. They could be hot books next week. Doesn't mean they necessarily are. They could be hot books. Make sure you check eBay, see if they're selling for way over cover price. That's the good way to check if that particular book's going to be hot. Don't always just use Midtown as your proxy as to what's going to be hot next week. You have to check a couple sources, check online stores, see if things have sold out. That's a good indication. Yeah, there's several things you need to do to make sure a book potentially could be hot next week, but definitely a good starting place are the books that have sold out from Midtown on day one. That is your initial indication of books that could be hot next Wednesday. But then check eBay, check online stores. I would definitely do your homework on that. All right, guys, thanks for joining. I know we had a couple people in the chat. Just to recognize them, GTK Comic up in Canada. He is a loyal subscriber and follower to my channel. Thank you for viewing the chat, viewing the live video. Manny the Comic Collector, good old Manny. Manny's got a great Instagram page as well. Make sure you're following him on Instagram. He's always tuned into the hot books, so he's a great resource. Him and Chasing Comics, I make sure I follow their posts all the time on Instagram. I would recommend you do the same. All right, guys, that's all I had for you. Appreciate you tuning in. Most of you will watch this on replay. Just to give you a fair warning, I will post tonight reminders. Next tomorrow, Thursday, my Thursday live show. I will have Aaron Bartling on the show. He's been on my show before. He's a very good comic artist. He's done a lot of cool comic book covers. He will be on the show tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. 8:30 tomorrow night. I will send out YouTube subscriber reminders. I'll also post it on my Instagram. Hope we can have a good crowd in the chat. I'd love to have a lot of you in the chat so we can kind of ask him questions, see what new projects he's working on. We'll talk comics and what's going on in the world today. So it should be a lively discussion. Aaron Bartling's a very, very smart guy, very intelligent, very talented, and I know it'll be a good show. So make sure you tune in. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.